Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and title of today's video, it is another press on nail set. And this time we're going pretty in pink, okay? Christmas in pink, holiday in pink. And I'm doing something different. I'm doing a little character, okay? And it didn't come out the best, but I tried my best. Okay, we're a beginner channel, don't judge me. But we're doing like this pretty little pink candy cane Christmas penguin nail set. And of course, I seen this idea on a Pinterest, and I want to replicate it and add my own little twist to it as well. But to start off the video, we're going to go right into it, and I am just buffing out the nails to start with. Um, because I'm going to add base coat as I have done in previous press on nail videos, and I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds and then get into the rest of the art. Okay, so after the gel polish I got from Amazon, and this is a very sheer nude, so I believe I went in with 3 layers of this, if I'm not mistaken, 2 to 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3 though, because it wasn't very opaque. But I'm going in with this on 4 of my nails. Yeah, the ring finger, I'm not going in with this immediately, but I will come back to this later on to use. And I'm also actually using 2 different color nude gels, but I will let you guys know when I do that. So right now, just going to go in with my first layer of this nude gel and then cure it for 30 seconds. So, like I said, for my ring finger, it is a different color, and this is like this pink, like texture gel polish that I got from a Korean nail supply. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's called. But I got it off their website, and I can't remember the name of the company, but they're like little specks inside the polish, and I thought it would add like a little cute design, like some type of texturing on the nails. So I wanted to use this instead of just using like a regular pink gel polish. And I'm going in with this on the entire ring finger, but I am going to use a tool to make like a heart shape in it as well, because I want to put the nude there later, like a little peekaboo. And I didn't want to have to use the nude on the entire nail, then go on with the pink, because that was going to be too much work. And I wanted to try to make it a little simpler for me. So I did this, and I'm doing 2 layers of this polish as well. I could have used one, but I want to do 2, just because why am I going to be different on this one nail? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm doing that and then going in and curing it. Okay, so for this nail, after I cured it with the two layers of that pink, I'm going in with that same nude polish from earlier, and I'm adding a good like opaqueness of the nude on the heart part, and I'm literally just coloring the heart with the nude. And I did go in with two layers of this just to make it like not see-through. I didn't want the heart see-through, but I did want you to be able to tell it was nude. So I'm doing that, and then I'm curing it for another 30 seconds, of course. And I'm also doing, this is my second nude gel polish that I was mentioning. It's like a more pink tone, and this is my third layer that I was mentioning. I could have did three of like that beigey one, but I wanted to have like a little pink tint to it, so I did go in with this pink nude from the same brand off Amazon, and I went in with this, like I said, my third layer, and I only did one layer of this and then cured it. So we're starting off with my thumb, and for my thumb, I decided to do a French nail with that same pink. And yeah, I did the other nails like an ombre, but I wanted to be a little different. So I'm going in and making this just like a, I don't know if you would call this a deep French. I don't know. It's just a French nail, but I'm using that same pink over this. And I believe I only did one layer of this because it didn't really need to. It didn't really make a difference regardless, but I did only do one layer of the pink on the French and the ombre nails I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, that's it. Okay, and for my ombre nails, it's going to be my pointer and my pinky finger, and I'm doing the same thing on both fingers. I'm just painting the free edge of the nails, well, the tip of the nails, and then I'm going to take this silicone tool, and I think I really like this for blending out gel polishes. If you see my last, not my last one, but one of my last press-on videos, I use this to do an ombre as well with glitter, like a clear glitter, and I think it comes out pretty decent when you use this. So I'm doing an ombre with this over the pink, and yeah, I'm just blending it in by dabbing it and then wiping off any excess that I feel like I need to throughout the blending process. And I'm doing this, like I said, on my pinky and my pointer finger. Okay, and after I cured all of those, I am going in with this matte top coat on all the nails except for that middle finger that I left nude. All the other nails, I am going over it with this matte top coat. And I just got this little brush, I think from like Temu or not Amazon, Temu or Shein or something. And I just attached it to the brush handle and then used it for this jar of top coat since it's not in a bottle. And like I said, going over all the nails with this top coat and I'm curing it for 60 seconds. Okay, after the nails are cured and they're mattified, I'm going in with this white from Kiara Sky, their gel paint pot collection, and I'm doing like a candy cane design on that pointer finger and ring finger. What? No, pointer finger and pinky finger. Sorry. Um, I'm doing like sort of like thickest lines because I want you to be able to see that it's supposed to be like a candy cane design. And I'm also going to be adding like some white acrylic powder over top of these. That's why I matted the nails first because I wanted to have a little bit of texture. And I could have used clear acrylic powder, but I wanted to use white just to make it more white. I don't know. I don't think it really made a difference, but that's just what I decided to do. Throughout the video, you will see me using like white or clear, but I don't know if it had any difference whatsoever. But I'm just doing this and doing as many lines as I possibly can without like overpacking the nail because I still want you to see that that pink is popping, peeking through. But I'm also using like a silver later on to like give it a little more definition, I guess you could say. And this is the white acrylic powder I'm using. Just by me a secret. I got this from Amazon like 5 years ago. So, I mean, this is the only thing I use it for because I don't do acrylic. But I'm just going to dust this over the entire part of the white. Not entire part, what? The entire nail. And it's going to stick to the white. Yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds and come back in with my silver. Okay, so after I dusted off that dust, that acrylic powder, I'm going with this silver from I forgot the name of the brand. God darn it, man. Hold on. By Magpie Beauty, okay? I'm going with the silver from Magpie Beauty and I'm just doing thin lines throughout the nail, as you can tell. And this is just to add more of a candy cane effect. And yeah, nothing really too crazy to say about that. And this is a non-wipe. Like these little paint pots that they have are non-wipe. So I'm just using this and then I'm not going to top coat it or anything because it is non-wipe. It's basically just going to stay shiny. So that's why I also did it this way instead of like having to do like a whole bunch of different gel polishes on top when I don't have to. That just is what worked for me. Um, so you could do that, you cannot do it. I'm just telling you what worked for me, and that is that. And I'm going to give it for 60 seconds. So now I'm going back to my thumb and I'm going to do a snowflake on my thumbnail. Um, and just very simple snowflake design. I'm doing the dotting method with the dotting tool and then adding a little bit of gel polish to the tip of my brush, not my brush, yeah, my liner brush, and dragging it through those lines to give it that snowflake effect. And I believe the thumb is the one I was saying I use clear acrylic over when I could have used white, but I don't know why I grabbed clear. I just had them both sitting on the table and I just grabbed whatever was closest. But they do the exact same thing. But I'm going to do the same thing I did with those candy cane nails and just dust the powder over it and then cure it. And that's going to be it for this nail. I don't really know why I jump around to different nails. Like I'll start on the thumb 3 minutes ago and then go into the ring finger, then go back to the thumb. I don't know. I try to like organize it differently when I edit, but that's just sometimes how it ends up working out. So I'm giving you guys the real deal, okay? Okay, so I'm doing that same little outline thing, but for the heart. I could have left it like how it was, just plain, but I wanted to add a little bit more definition to it and make my heart look a little neater. And I feel like this did just that, what I needed it to do. So I'm just going with that same white and a liner brush and doing a very thin line around the heart and then putting some acrylic powder over it and then yeah, that's really it. Just dusting it off when it's done, and this nail is finished after that. And then I'm going to go into showing you how I do my little penguin. So for my penguin though, I already outlined the penguin because I'm still learning how to do like characters and stuff, and I didn't really know how to do the color blocking just without like a little outline for me to at least try to follow. At least for this time, like I want to learn because I want to just put it out there now. I want to learn how to do it. But just for now, I use a black like pen or black line like something that can wipe away later. And I just outline like how big I need my penguin to be and like the shapes and everything I'm gonna need, and I'm coloring in with the white, like the body and then the head. And then for the hat, I'm using that same pink that I used throughout the whole video and doing my hat with that. And I feel like my hat is where I messed up a little bit. The outline looks a lot better than the final product in my eyes, but for right now, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to cure my white after this and do 2 layers of this because it was a little streaky and I wanted it to not be streaky. So yeah, I'm going to do 2 layers of the white and show you guys that I'm going to wipe it away. Like the black, I'm going to wipe it away a little bit, but I am also going to outline later on with black. So it didn't really make that big of a difference, but yeah. Okay, so right now I'm just outlining my little penguin, and I was going to outline the hat, but it didn't look right. I tried it with the black, I tried it with the white, and I tried it with a pink, like a different pink that was also similar to the pink that I'm using with the texture in it. And I also tried to do it with the texture, but none of that looked right. So I ended up later on making the hat a little more like 3D-ish, and I think it worked out in my favor. Because without doing that, I feel like it looked a little off. But yeah, right now I'm just outlining the penguin and giving it its like little like widow's peak at the top so you can tell it's a penguin, because right now it's looking like a snowman and I need you to tell that it's a penguin. So I'm just gonna do that and cure it for 30 seconds, like a little flash cure. And I also take like an orange from the same like Kiara skyline and just using a dotting tool to make like little feet and a liner brush to make a beak later on. And you'll see that. I mean, yeah, that's all I'm really using, the liner brush and the dotting tool. So Okay, so before I get to my beak and my feet, I wanted to add like a little shadow to the penguin's body. So I'm just taking like that same black that I used and a little bit of base coat, and I like blended it together so it'll be like a little more of like a jelly black, and I'm trying to blend it into the body a little bit to give it more like dimension looking. You can't really tell towards the end that I did that. I should have just left it alone at the beginning when I did it, and it had a little bit more like pigment to it, but that's what I was going for. um so yeah, that's just what I'm doing right here to try to blend it down to give it like a little bit more definition. Okay, and right now I'm going with that same matte top coat from earlier, and I'm just going to put matte over the top of the entire nail. And before I cure that, I'm going to use some rhinestone glue and these little like, they're not rhinestones or like gems or anything. They're just like like half balls. And I'm using like the little tiny silver ones because I didn't want to use diamonds. I feel like silver just, I don't know, it gave it more like an ornament look in my opinion. So I wanted to use those instead. And I'm doing it before I cure it so that I can, the, how can I say it? Like the glue can blend in with the top coat. So I wanted to do that like that instead of me doing the glue on top of the top coat later on, and then it looks like shiny and matte in certain places. Um, so yeah, I'm just doing that throughout this nail, and then I'm gonna cure it for 60 seconds. Gonna get those words out. Okay. Okay, and to make my little 3D like hat texture thing, I'm using this like powder that I got from the Korean nail supply as well, and that top, not the top coat, and that pink, and mixing it together so it can have more like a plump look. And I'm using that to make the hat like a little bigger, like I said, and to clean up around those black lines that you can still see on the hat part. And yeah, that's really all I'm doing right here. I'm just using that same liner brush and just doing the bottom part of the hat. I didn't do like the actual like tip of the hat, if that makes sense. You could tell what I'm doing, but I don't know what you call that part of the hat. So okay, and then I'm gonna take a dotting tool and make a big old blob at the top of the hat to make it the little puff ball. And it's not as round as I wanted it. It was giving very much cone head, and I tried to fix it as much as I could. But I'm just gonna try to feather it out a little bit so you could tell it's like a fluffy ball. And I'm going to use some of that acrylic and dust that over the nail as well. And this is after I cured the pink, because I didn't want the pink to have like any white in it or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna clean it up, feather it out as much as I can to make it still like round, and then put that acrylic over it. And then after I do that, cure it for 60 seconds, and the nails are basically done. I'm gonna not top coat, sorry. I'm gonna use my hand file and shape up the edges a little bit, but these are what they look like after that was all done. And I'm going to show you guys what they look like on my hand, obviously. And this is what they look like. I really like the way they came out. My penguin could have been a little better, but next time, we'll do a little better. First time, I think I did pretty good. I really love the thumb and the ring finger. I feel like those looks very pretty. But if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And let me know any other videos you guys want to see me do, or any other designs you want to see me try, or holiday theme, whatever. And I will gladly get those to you. But yeah, that's it for this video. So bye.